Hello, Sawubona Mbukeli, and welcome to this week's exciting edition of your favorite program, Yilungelo Lakho, It's Your Right. Lolu-ke Mbukeli uyazi uhlelo phela olundethela iy'ndaba, izexwayiso, nakho konke phela okuthinta nina amalungelo enu njengabathengi la eNingizimu Afrika. Ungasithinta, we are live and fully in charge in studio. Our contact numbers 011 714 6918 or 714 6919. Consumer at sabc.co.za. Sasibuyile futhi ku Twitter at Yilungelo Lakho, sikhona futhi na ku Facebook. Namhlanje Mbukeli sikhuluma phela ezokukhokhwa kwezinto ezibizwa intela phecelezi i-tax, njengoba phela sesifikile isikhathi se-tax returns filing season. Lona ke uMajali uShongololo uMazikhali uthi nje welcome Mbukeli, asingene shiqe udabeni leta namhlanje. Mbukeli manje ke ukukhuluma kabanzi ke ngezindaba phela njengoba sengishilo zokukhokhwa kwentela nakho konke kumele phela ukwazi noma ukuthi futhi nazi ukuthi kumele senzeni noma khona phela nathi sizokwazi ukuthi sikhokhe intela zethu. Let's welcome our guest this afternoon. Sinaye ubhuti uJohnstone Makhubu obuya ngqo ehhovisi ke lona ke la kukhokhwa khona intela. Niyayazi iSouth African Revenue Services. Nango Johnstone uphuma khona ke, and then sina we've got the lovely sis Talitha Muade, yena ke ubuya kwehhovisi lomxazululi wezinkinga lezi enizobe nisifonela ngazo nisibuza ukuthi nina ke ningenza kanjani ukuthi niphume kuzona uvela kwi Tax Ombudsman office. Ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure. Siyanamukela. Thank you so much for joining us. Sis Talitha.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Welcome. But Johnstone.
Siyabonga kakhulu kuba khona la.
Thank you so much. But Johnstone, maybe let's start with you. Njengoba kubhizi kanje, iqale nini ilokhuzana i-filing season? Nibhizi kangakanani e-office futhi nisavulile nema office?
I-filing season iqale ngomhla ka-1 kuJuly.
Okay.
Sibheka ukuthi iphothulwe ngomhla ka-24 ku-October.
Okay.
Kulaba esibabiza ngama non-provisional taxpayers, sochaza ukuthi abanjani labo. Ebese iphothula ngomhla ka-23 kuFebruary kulaba bangama provisional taxpayers.
Okay.
Sibe busy kakhulu amavikini amabili okuqala kwe-filing season. Kodwa ngicabanga ukuthi sibone imphumela emihle around ukuprocesswa nokusetshenzwa kwezicelo ezivela mayelana nentela nabakhokhi bentela.
But Johnstone, unesiqiniseko saloko, because I've seen quite a few complaints and people are saying there's been issues with their tax returns, the payments are taking much longer, and we also know ukuthi kade kune strike ema-ofisini enu. Ngabe lezo inkinga seyixazululiwe?
Ngasikhuluma iphutha masithi asibanga neyinkinga siqala. I-filing season inomkhuba wokuthi lamaviki okuqala amabili iwona avama ukuba impela nzima ngoba bonke abantu abaneyingxephezelo abathi bayithole from kithina kwa-SARS bavama ukuthi baphuthume kulawo maviki amabili okuqala, ebese laba okudinga ukuthi babhadare uSARS balinda lamaviki okugcina ka-October. So siyazi ukuthi kuvama ukuba njalo. So sibe nazo inkinga zokuprocessa ama-refunds ekuqaleni kuka-July. Uzokhumbula ukuthi siqale senza lento ebizwa nge-auto assessment.
Oh yes.
Mhlambe ukuyichaza ukuthi siyaye sithathe imininingwane yama-taxpayers from indawo ezahlukene. Sibala imshwalense, sibala amabhange, sibala abaqashi. Uma ngabe sizovula i-filing season njengoba sivule nje nge-1st zikaJuly, bese sikade siqalile ngabaqashi sukela nge-1 zikaMarch ukuza kwi-31 zikaMay, besipha zonke izincukhacha zabaqashi babo, abaqashwa babo. So sibe nayo i-information ngokugcwele maqala u1 July saqala prepare i1 zika July.
Okay.
1st of June sibe nayo yonke information 1st of July saqala ukufala. So labantu esiba auto assessayo, abantu esine information egcwele ngabo ingakho sidedeleni ngicabanga ukuthi igidi mhlambe ifika la ku 2.5.
Obani labo but Johnstone?
Abantu esiba auto assessayo abantu ganingi abanomholo abawutholayo njalo ngenyanga ebese intela yabo iyadonswa njalo ngenyanga
njengathi nje la ekhaya
njengani nje la ekhaya
ngiqala ngathi
abantu mhlambe akungenzeka ukuthi banama RA ama retirement annuity imali abayibekayo bebekela impesheni mzukwane bethatha umhlala phansi
okay
labo bantu siyakwazi ukuthi sibe nayo i-information yabo ebese ke siyakwazi kuba auto assessor nalaba ke abanama medical aid ngoba ama deductions wabo sisuke sesiwatholile kuma medical aid
okay.
So uma ngabe into zakho zentela zikhombe ekuthenini usebenza umsebenzi wodwa uhola umholo wodwa ebese ama deduction akho enziwa ngenyanga sikwazile ukuthi labo bantu sikwazi ukuthi siba auto assess
okay
bafinyelela lapha ku 2.5 million.
All right, I'm sure nathi sikhona kuleso sibalo. Sister Talitha, let's go to your office now. Please tell us how you then assist when it's tax filing season. How does your office then work alongside with SARS or the public and consumers ukuthi nenze sure ukuthi you get rid of those issues or any worries abantu that they might have?
Firstly, let me start by saying the Office of the Tax Ombud, we review and assess complaints that are coming from taxpayers against SARS. So if taxpayers are not happy with how SARS has treated them with their tax affairs, they would come and complain to our office.
Okay.
And so what we would do, because we have access to SARS systems, all tax systems, so we would go into the SARS systems and check what had happened and advise the taxpayer accordingly. If we find that SARS is the one that is at fault, we then give recommendations to SARS as to how to correct that particular situation.
Okay.
However, we find in some instances that it would be a taxpayer who has not done what SARS had required them to do. For example, SARS would have requested a taxpayer to submit a particular supporting document for them to finalize an audit or a verification that is in place, and we would inform the taxpayer what to submit. So in that way, we are alleviating a problem for the taxpayer who did not know what is it that SARS needed for them.
Okay, that's interesting. And what is the process then of lodging a complaint with the Tax Ombudsman's office? And what is the turnaround time?
It's a very simple process.
Okay.
Taxpayer can download complaints on our website. Also, they can lodge complaints online on our website, which is www.taxombud.gov.za, and they go to a tab that says complaints, and they lodge a complaint there. There you basically tell us what your details, your tax number, your information where we can contact you, and what the problem is, which tax period you are complaining about. For example, a taxpayer would say, I'm complaining about my refund that SARS is not paying for the past 2-3 months for 2016, or 2017 financial year. And we then go and investigate what had transpired, like I already indicated.
Yes.
So we'd go into the SARS system and check what had transpired.
Ah, that's great.
And we would then inform the taxpayer. We are endeavoring to finalize complaints within 15 days, but keep in mind that we work with SARS to resolve such complaints. So the 15 days is based on the response that we would get from SARS.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what is the basic nature of the complaints that you get, particularly around this time, Sister Talitha?
This time we get complaints where taxpayers are complaining that SARS is not paying their refunds on time, as you know, in terms of SARS service charter.
Or they took too much money.
They would say, SARS, I was expecting a particular refund. For example, I was expecting 10,000. SARS says, I owe them. I don't understand how. And we would then go and look what had transpired. We also get complaints where taxpayers would say, SARS took money from my bank account without notifying me. But in some instances, we find that SARS did notify them. And taxpayers, some they have practitioners or people that prepare taxes for them, and they would not have given them information. And it is also important for taxpayers to understand that they needed to update their information with SARS so that SARS can be able to access them.
I was actually about to say that, but we're going to talk about it after a break because I wanted to go particularly when I put Johnstone Makhubu, the auto assessments. What happens in an instance where my details or my address has changed and then information here update? Or maybe we'll start with that after the break. Mbugeli 011-714-6918, alternatively 714-6919. consumer@sabc.co.za. We are on manje sesikhona na Twitter and on Facebook. We're back shortly after this. Ngaindawo. Welcome back. You're watching Yilungelo Lakho, Lagumamba Pambili, SABC One Mzansi for sure. Today we are talking all things tax filing season. Mangabe wena uneyinkinga zokuthi mhlawumbe uthathelwe imali enkulu noma iSARS ithi uyabakolota zonke lezo zinto 011-714-6918 or 714-6919. Ungasithinta ku-email consumer@sabc.co.za. Sikhona futhi on Facebook and particularly we back on Twitter. Before siqhubeka nodaba lethu ake sizwe ukuthi abantu bathini bona ngalolu hlelo lokhokha kwentela.
Ndiclaimile kwi-taxi yam yahamba kahle akhange ithathe isikhathi iveki eyi-1 ngijabulile ukuyithola kwamsinyane nje.
So far I very seamless. It was fast. Ngilokile ini. Then there were 7 questions that we asked and then ngaphendula wonke ngokuphelele and then mangiqeda yangitshela ukuthi no, everything is ready to go. Mangichecka i-status sami sasho ukuthi I'm tax compliant.
I'm aware of the eFiling system. I have used it before personally myself, but currently I'm a pensioner and I'm making use of a tax consultant who's doing it on my behalf annually. But yeah, I'm aware that the tax season is open and I know the eFiling, but for me it works well.
Ngawe ngayo angafile RP5 yami khani ngithole last week. Ngizozama ukuthi kule viki leli ngihambe ngiyofile lapha.
Engikwazi ukuthi mina since ngaqala ukusebenza uSARS uyayidonsa imali kimi but mina ngikaze ngafayila benganalwazi ukuthi fanele ngiyofayila noma kunokuthi khona kufanele ngikuthole ngokuthi uSARS uyakwazi ukuthi athathe imali kimi but mina bengakaze ngafayila.
Very interesting views lapha kubantu bethu emakhaya. My guest namhlanje Johnstone Makhubu orepresenta iSARS noma Talitha Muade uvela kena kwi-Tax Ombudsman's office. All right, what do you think about those views, Johnstone? Abanye abantu they are aware, but ba happy, but the process was seamless. Others are not even aware ukuthi they're supposed to go and file. What do you think about abantu?
No, ngicabanga ukuthi kuhambelana nalokho esikubonile mangabe si interact nathi nama taxpayer ukuthi abaningi ba aware ngama platforms ethu, whether i-Mobi app noma eFiling, all ama digital channels ethu, contact center ba aware ngawo nanokuthi bangawasebenzisa kanjani ukwenza sure ukuthi ama filings abo enziwe. Ngiyazi ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi abakhokhi bentela abazi ukuthi lama deductions enziwayo njalo makuphela inyanga. Ngizomunye ukhuluma ngeIRP5 ukuthi iIRP5 yakhe uqeda kuyithola last week. Thina siuSARS ingakho ngichazile ngathi makuphela uMay abaqashi bonke bayasinikeza imininingwane ngabaqashwa babo.
Okay.
So sisuke sesitholile le information. Kungenzeka wena ukuthi iIRP5 yakho uyithola izolo. Thina nge-31 zika May sisuke sesinayo le information.
Okay.
Njalo ke mangabe sesi-pre-populate ama returns sisuke sesisebenzisa leyo information esithole kubaqashi. Manje ke kuyenzeka ukuthi umqashi angadonsi njalo ngenyanga imali yanele okanye adonsa imali eyeqile. Ingakho masifika kwi-filing season sisuke sesihlanganisa konke okuqoqwe kusukela ngoMarch kuze kuyofika ekupheleni konyaka wentela uFebruary. Bese sesiyabona ukuthi lo muntu omkhokho wentela ingabe ubhadaliswa imali engaphezulu kwale bemela ibhadale noma ubhadale imali engaphansi kwale bemela ibhadale. Uma ngabe ibingaphansi kwale bemela ibhadale sizobe sesithi ke kunemali emela ibhadale kuyasikweleta.
Oh, okay.
Okanye kungenzeka ukuthi umqashi angazazi zonke izinto ekudingeka ukuthi sizideducte from umuntu obhadala intela. Ake ngibale nje okufuphi. Kuyenzeka kwesinye isikhathi uthenga imithi because of ukugula ingadluli ku medical aid yakho, so mhlambe usu exceedile ku allowance yakho ye medical aid bese ubhadara over the counter cash. So kaningi abakhokhi bentela bayayigcina izilip zabo ebese umqashakazi njalo angithi ebese mangabe sebefaka ireturn bese bethi ku SARS naye information mhlawumbe uSARS bekade engenayo. Lokho kwenza ukuthi bese sesiya cubungula kabusha ukuthi iassessment ingakho ngithe khona benza iauto assessment bese kuba khona laba abazofaka ama returns abo.
Ibona laba bama RP5 ekumele beze kunini?
Abama RP5s yilaba sobe sesiba auto assessile ngoba sobe sesinayo information yabo. So balapha kuloya 2.5 million. Baleke ngichaze futhi ukuthi kungenzeka abanye babo bathi mangabe beyivula iassessment yabo bathola ukuthi kunezinto ezingekho kuyo. Awuphoqelekile ukuthi le assessment uyamkele njengomnqamula juqu. It's not final. You can still file a return with the additional information that you have. Kungenzeka ukuthi ngoba asisenge information esinayo sesikubhadarile imali mawukuthi kunemali obemele uyithola. Kodwa ke lokho kuyakunikeza ithuba lokuthi sesikubhadarile akusho ukuthi awukwazi ukufaka ireturn enye. Ukuthi cha kune information sazi ebenikade ningenayo sengiyanikeza ke lo information sithe uno 40 days ukuthi ukwenze lokho. Uma ngabe ukuthi le information esinayo ebesingenayo osipha yona manje impela iyakwazi ukuma mangabe sicubungula so beke senza enye sithasisela kule payment besikade sinikeze yona. Uma ngabe impela le information extra osipha yona ebesikade singenayo from umqashi wakho nakulabo abanye abasiphi information so bese siyacubungula si consideration ngaleyo ndlela. So kunabantu ababili auto assessed bese kuba khona laba abazothi cha asikho kule auto assessment ngoba usaza kanayo information yethu. Bese bayayifile nge return bese sesiyayicubungula ke thina bese sesiya decide ukuthi siyababhadala okanye bayasikweleta.
Sis Talitha, I mean, with all this confusion going around, like people don't actually know all the functionaries of your office in particular. Please take us through, like, basically, what is it that people need to know before coming to you to come and lodge their complaints?
Firstly, taxpayers, they need to know that before they complain with us, they have to complain with SARS Complaints Management Office. And SARS Management Complaint Office, they have 21 days to resolve their complaints. So they shouldn't come to us before that 21 business days has elapsed. However, if a complaint is in relation to a systemic issue that has already been identified by the Office of the Tax Ombud, taxpayers can come and complain to our office directly without necessarily having to go to the SARS Complaints Management Office. So if also there are compelling circumstances, taxpayers need to inform us what are those compelling circumstances that make them not to first complain with SARS Complaints Management Office.
But can they bypass SARS and come directly to you?
Yes, they can.
In what cases, though?
They can come to us if they have compelling circumstances. If their compelling circumstances cause undue hardship to the taxpayer, and if a complaint that they are complaining about is related to an already identified systemic issue by the Office of the Tax Ombud. Because remember, when we have identified a systemic issue, we have informed SARS about it. And SARS has knowledge of the issue, and in most instances, they are working on how to correct that. So there's no need for taxpayers to go to SARS and complain about something that SARS already knows. So they come directly to us, the Office of the Tax Ombud, and complain to us. So they don't have to go to SARS first.
All right. So, but Johnstone sizokhuluma nawe manje uthi ngiyele eKZN insizwa yangakithi ubaba uKhumalo. Baba uKhumalo, sakwamukela ohlelweni.
Yebo sawubona simama njani?
Kunjani baba?
Ngiyaphila
nsizwa, singakusiza kanjani?
Ukhuluma nomthetho Khumalo njengamanje.
Yebo baba.
Okwenzakele ngiyenzile yonke izinto ezidinga ngani beze ezenziwa esuke zifunwa uSARS mangabonza eFiling and then ngasubmita ngomhla ka1 naye beloke responda ngama SMS isikhathi sukhathi even namhlanje lo eqhamukile semester lokasho ukuthi submitile ngaleyo ndlela yonke into ngoba khona nala abaze bangifundela khona enye lokhuzana eyinesamba mali reflect ukuthi ke usazi uzangibuyisela sona okwenzakele khona la ngeke ngakwabuka khona le information ebengikubuye ngikwazi uku-accessa khona kule nto ukuthi ngenzile ukuthi beka abhadala usazi abuye futhi a-reverse abhadala abuye a-reverse up until now kodwa kuma-response wakhe there's nothing noma mhlawumbe khona information eshodayo khona information I wonder how ngoba khona abanye uzakwethu sebebhadela benzenza kwami mina akakangikhokheli.
Okay, Baba Khumalo, bengakubuza nje before ngikuyeka ufayile kanjani wena baba uye ema-office? Did you do it online? Khona umuntu okwenzele yona? Baba Khumalo, usekhona?
Ngikwenze online.
Yebo baba. Ufayile kanjani?
Yeah, ngisekhona. Ngikwenze online.
Oh, you did it online. Uyithole kanjani iprocess wena Baba Khumalo?
Okay, futhi akuwona unyaka wami wokuqala, nangunyaka ophelile ngakwenza.
Okay,
kwaba impumelelo konke kwakhona. Ngoba yonke information yami bese nayo usazi izini yangunyaka ophelile nje.
All right. Okay baba ngicela lapho kumabone kude wakho uBut Johnstone uzodila nombuzo wakho mesibuya nawe mbukeli ungasifonela la e-studio usendele ama-emails usithinte ku Facebook usithinte ku Twitter. We're back with more of Yilungelo Lakho shortly after this. Ungayindawo. Bukeli, welcome back. Ngisahlelelana noBut Johnstone Makhubu ovela SARS no Talitha Muade yena kuvela kwi-Tax Ombudsman's office 011-714-6918 alternatively 714-6919. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, singiyonke indawo, we're even on email. So today we are talking all your SARS matters njengoba sesazi ukuthi phela eFiling season isiqalile. All right, ubaba Khumalo ubuzile lapha yana But Johnstone. This is very interesting. Uthi bamkhokhela nayi reverse imali namkhokhela futhi nabuye nayi reverse imali. He says he went through the process, he filed online. Actually, it's actually nice to know ukuthi everybody's getting digital also, because bebethini before ukuthi e-filing system was actually not user friendly. So maybe talk to us about how you've actually changed the system to make it more user friendly for nabo gogo mhlambe emakhaya ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi basizwe ingane if kuukuthi bayafile tax baba.
So senze ushintsho ukuzama ukuthi for instance onke ama forms ethu abe ku HTML5 to make sure ukuthi noma ngathiwa ukuyiphi inhlobo ye computer yakwazi ukuthi wasebenzise.
Okay.
Nama smartphones senzile ukuthi mobi app yethu ikwazi ukusebenza wonke ama smartphones, so uyakwazi ukuthi we download from any Google app store to be able to utilize. So we've done quite a number of advancements onto the e-filing to make it user friendly, and the fact that we are seeing quite an increase, about 90%, over 90% of taxpayers transact with us via e-filing, which to us suggests that it is indeed working. Kukhona la yonke into okudinga ukuthi ibukwe ebese iyaphuculwa ukuze ibe ngcono, so asikwazi ukuhlala la sithi zonke izinto yahamba kahle. Ake ngizama ukuthatha lo mbuzo okhuluma ngendaba ukuthi kubhadariwe kwaphinde kwa reverse. Kaningi uma ngabe kwenzeka lokho into abnormal akumele ngabe yenzeka. Njengamanje sikwi situation where siba ne information esitholayo kwesinye isikhathi uthola ukuthi lama claim awahambanga ngendlela obemele ihambe ngayo, mhlambe suspecta ukuthi kukhona ukungenzi kahle ngokwezomthetho kanye mhlambe ne fraud bese sesiyayi recalla. That's one instance. Kwesinye isikhathi kuyenzeka ukuthi isystem yethu ingasebenzi ngendlela efanelekile. Sithole kusukela izolo ukuza namhlanje a lot of calls akhuluma ngale ndaba yokurecallwa. Njengoba ngikhuluma nawe njengamanje i-team ibhizi ukubheka ukuthi yini eyenza ukuthi lawa ama refunds abhadarwe bese futhi ayadonswa. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi ukuphela kwaleli viki so bese sesibhekile sayicubungula leyo inkinga sase siyayi addressa. Into esi aware ngayo kwamanje kodwa kukhona instances inkathi la sisebenze namabhange amabhange asitshela ukuthi cha sisola ngathi le account enibhadarele kuyo kukhona okushaya amanzi ngayo sicela ukuthi nenze okuthize kule refund bese sesiyayidonsa sihambe siyocubungula kodwa ke kakhulukazi ngizama ukustressa le ndaba yokuthi number 1 kukhona okusuke kusoleka ngaleyo refund ebhadariwe okanye kusuke kubugiqigiqi nje sinabo kuma systems wethu kusukela izola ukuze namhlanje sitholile ama complaints amaningi mayelana nalawo ma refunds awamaningi kakhulu ngicabanga ukuthi sesiprocessile njengoba ngishilo about 2.5 billion of 2.5 million of taxpayers to the tune of about 12 billion rands.
Okay.
So sibhadarile 12 billion ngicabanga ukuthi le insalela nje ebanjwe kwi system ngalamaginqi ngavelile siyawa investigator ngicabanga ukuthi by Friday we would have dealt nalawo challenges in terms of root cause analysis.
All right, I hope Ubabukuma lulalele lapho because Usis Talitha, when we started the show, she was like, you could come directly to her office if you have compelling enough circumstances. Are these compelling enough reasons ukuthi beze directly kunina? Because Siyamuza he says it's a systematic matter, but then can Ubabukuma come straight to the ombudsman's office, or does SARS then have to give feedback to Ubabukuma? How would then that work?
With this one, unfortunately, Ubab Khumalo will have to start with SARS. However, we have received a lot of these type of complaints where SARS would pay refunds to taxpayers' bank accounts and they recall it. And the sad part about it, or the challenge about it, is that there is lack of communication into clarification to taxpayers as to why their refunds were recalled by SARS and how long they are going to take to resolve the problem. Because even the complaints that we have accepted, where we found that SARS had no legal basis not to pay such refunds, they take longer for SARS to finalize. So I'm glad that my colleague is indicating that by Friday, right?
By Friday.
They would have find a solution to it. It will be very good for taxpayers because it's a big problem.
Absolutely. Siyabonga, Sis Talitha. Let's now go to Soweto with Sis Sandiswa. Sandiswa, thank you so much for staying on the line. Welcome to the show. Singakusiza njani namhlanje?
Thank you, sanibonani.
Kunjani sis wami?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Siyaphila nathi. Sikusize kanjani Ntokazi?
Mina bengibuza ukuthi original assessment that I on the 28th of July, and then Nabuya 8,000. So I couldn't understand which one you got it out 8,000, and then by NES2, I think it data in A1, and then there be 3 foot. Ngafonela ngalifa icall ngoba umuntu ngiyahluleka. Okay, wangifonela usisi wathi ena oh le yabisele bese ngenzile yathi ngikweleta u12,000 from 8,000 rand. So ngambuza ke ukuthi how come wathi ama penalties because ngenze another one but I can dispute.
Sizandiswa bese bekhokhele malini isamba bebekhokhele. How much was your refund initially?
I didn't have any refund. They just said I'm owing.
Okay, yaqala yathi 8,000 and then it went to 12,000.
Yes, but ama penalties ukuthi ngiphindile I can dispute. So wangitshela ukuthi ena khona ilo ipart la ngikwazi ukudispute khona. So efonini yami kwi app yakwa SARS angazi ngikwazi ukuyenza ngayo. So ngiyenza nge laptop. Efonini ivela half.
Okay.
But still I didn't like bengisafuna nje ukwazi ukuthatha how to pay the original the 12,000 because I understand how other penalties wakhona afika ku 3,000 additional yakhona.
Sizandiswa, your line was very poor there, but I think we got the gist of ilokhuza nombuzo wakho. But Johnston?
Okay.
So depend ukuthi le filing ayenzayo uyenzela muphi unyaka.
Okay.
Ngoba abantu abafilayo njengamanje akubona bonke abafayila lo nyaka ophele ngo-2022 February.
Yeah.
Kukhona abantu abenza ama filings eminyaka eseyedlulile.
Okay.
Manje lawo ama returns are late ngokomthetho. So one of the things evamsa kuba khona uma ngabe ufile a return late ukuthi kuzoba khona ukuhlwayo ozoba nakho inhlawulo ozoyibhadala lama penalty akhuluma ngawo.
But why is the numbers fluctuating so much from 8,000 to 12? Kwenzakaleni lapho
understandanga i-question yakho ukuthi mayichaza ukuthi usuka kanjani ku 8,000 kuya ku 12,000.
Uthi bathi because I think ufile okwesibili, I think within the same year, if I think I remember correctly, uline wakho bungekho right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So akuzwakali kuzwakalisisa kahle ukuthi ufala okwesibili ngonyaka owodwa mangabe engeyona i-provisional taxpayer anginasiqiniseko mangabe provisional taxpayer kungenzeka ukuthi mhlambe kulo first 6 months bekudinga ukuthi afile i-provisional payment yakhe bese ku February aphinde file yesibili. Uma ngabe kungenzeka ukuthi ubelonga kuleyo group ye-provisional, uma ngabe engafayilanga i-first ku 6 months yokuqala somenzela ama penalties okusho ukuthi kukhona lokho angakwenzanga kwi first 6 months. Kodwa mangilalela udaba lwakhe aluzwakali ngathi umuntu we-provisional taxpaying taxpayer. Ngisola ngathi umuntu obekade faka i-return yonyaka odlulile,
the previous years,
and then i-penalty iqhamuka lapho. Kungenzeka ngichaze afake isicelo sokuthi isuswe low penalty remission.
Okay. So you are open to negotiations
of interest and penalties. There is a process in law that allows taxpayers ukuthi asifake isicelo sokususwa kwama penalties. Of course, izobhekwa kuma governance channels to make sure ukuthi it is considered. Ngizama ukuchaza ukuthi uma ngabe uthole i-assessment ethi uyakweleta, kuyadinga ukuthi uyosibheka i-statement sakho ukuthi lama interest nalama penalties abalwayo aqale nini nanokuthi awani.
Okay.
Ngicabanga ukuthi kuzomsiza
usizandiswa. Okay. Sizandiswa ngiyathemba Ntokazi ukuthi usizakele lapho. Alternatively ngizobuza usisitalitha if then ungakhona ukuthi ulodge i-complaint yakho nabo. We're coming back shortly after this break. Mbukele na ungasishayela ucingo usithinte ku Facebook. I'll be reading some of your Facebook messages. Very interesting. Siyabuya khona manje. Mbukeli, our lines are open 011-714-6918, alternatively 714-6919. consumer@sabc.co.za. We are available on Facebook. We are available on, of course, Twitter @Yilungelo Lakho. My guest today, the lovely Miss Talitha Muade. She's from the Tax Ombudsman's office, alongside Ilana, Johnstone Makhubu ovela ke yena SARS. Okay, so we're dealing with a certain question before we break, Sis Talitha. If you can just quickly add a little bit of context that we had a bit of a conversation about off air.
Okay, all right. So based on the complaints that we have dealt with that are similar to the taxpayer who had called,
yes,
you would find that she is referring to different tax periods.
Okay.
You find that it's a tax period, for example, of 2019 and 2018 or 2017. When she says she submitted the tax return 3 times, it means it's different tax periods. So the admin penalties will be for different periods. And remember, the interest accumulates on a monthly basis. So that is why the interest, like she's saying, is fluctuating.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is important, which SARS should have told the taxpayer when she phoned the contact center, that it is important for her to submit her tax returns, because for as long as she's not submitting her returns, that interest is going to accumulate.
And she can't negotiate
and
that.
If she doesn't get assistance, she can come and complain to the Office of the Tax Ombud.
All right, sizandiswa ke ayi uzwile ke siphethe ixazululo and ama solutions khona la e-studio. Let's go to Usibusiso all the way eMonti. Usibusiso, welcome to the show.
Yebo sifundani.
Siphilile tata wena?
Siyaphila nathi sisi.
Usingakunceda njani tata namhlanje?
Yebo sisi, mina ndike ndazama ukuya kwa-SARS ne. Ndiyojonga malunga ne-tax return.
Yes.
Uma ndifika khona ndifike ndalungiselelwa then ndaba nemali endiyifumanayo ne ndiyenzela i-filing khona phaya.
Okay.
Yes, ndayifumana ke imali ndabuya bengiqashe mina ndenze i-community service ngo-2020 ne. Then ngo-2021 ndabe ngisebenza as permanent.
Okay.
Then ngo-2022 this year ndahamba-ke ndakwa-SARS. I think it was May ne. Then ndayifumana-ke imali leyo. Then towards kuJune ke ngokufika kuJune kwathiwa ne-penalties ku-SARS. Ndi-owa le mali bengiyifumene.
Okay.
Yes.
So
ngifuna uqonda ukubana yenze kanjani le nto into yobana ndithi imali sendiyifumene phinde ku-20 ayi-owa. Ngabe khona okwenzekile ongafanele na? And xa kufuneka ndiyibhatele kufuneka ndiyibhatele njani le mali? And kunyanzelekile na uba ndiyibhatale ndizayibhatalaphi? Why kufuneka ndiyibhatele? Ngifuna uqonda lokho sisi.
Oh, but Johnson, why must he pay ama-lokhuzana? Apparently, nimnikezile i-lokhuzana settlement, and then you took it back and said he's owing the exact same amount or even more. So now he wants to know, why did that happen? Why does he have to pay it?
Sure. So, kuzwakala ngathi isikweleti esivelile.
Okay.
Kwaba khona indlela zokuzama ukuseklisha leso sikweletu. Uma ngabe leso sikweletu sisasekhona, umkhokhi wentela unelungelo lokuthi I object leyo debt leso sikweletu. Unelungelo lokuthi athi cha ngicela ukuthi ngisiphikise lesikweletu. Kumele lo mkhokhi intela osifonelayo into yokuqala engingamcebisa yona ukuthi ngoba uthi une debt anayo and le debt anayo yakhuphuka ngama interest.
And he can't afford it now. Yeah, he doesn't have the money anymore.
Akafaki objection.
Okay.
Ukuthi ngoba strongly une objection yokuthi angicabanga ukuthi ngiyayisikweleta lesikweletu lesi. So umthetho uyamvumela ukuthi afaki objection. USARS uzobe esayibuka leyo objection. Kungenzeka ukuthi isikhathi sokufaka objection sesidlulile kuzomela ithacela ukuthi kukhondonwe ukufaka kwakhe objection late. So kungenzeka bamcela ukuthi afake i-condonation qala ukuthi siyakwazi ukuthi si understand ukuthi late ukufaka i-objection yakho.
Okay.
Leyo objection indlela yokuthi kube khona ozobheka udaba lwakhe ukuthi kwenzeke kanjani ngoba angeke ngibe nawo ama details njengamanje ukudila nayo le matter specifically.
Okay.
Kodwa okubalekile ukuthi uma ngabe unesikweleti esivelayo kwaSARS ongas understand ukuthi sivele kanjani unelungelo lokuthi usiphikise. And ku mobi app yethu na ku eFiling yethu siyakunikeza igunya lokuthi uyifake leyo objection bese siyazicommita siyazibophezela ukuthi within 60 days sizobe sesidilile naleyo objection osukuyifakile.
Okay.
And then uma ngabe ungekho happy ngomphumela we-objection usenga appeala ungacela ukuthi leyo decision ibuyekezwe okuzosithatha omunye 90 days ngokomthetho wethu ukuthi sidile naleyo appeal ngoba iya kwenye indawo ehlukile manje.
And then is it not gaining more interest while you still trying to verify ukuthi inkinga ibe kuphi at the cost of the taxpayer?
Umthetho ngoba ufair uyamvumela lo onenkinga ukuthi apply suspension yaleyo payment.
Oh, okay.
And the moment i-suspension i-applyelwa iyakwazi ukuthi suspende ama interest nama penalties ngoba uyachaza ukuthi ngine objection and the objection isamele ibhekwe ngalesikhathi sabhekwa ngicela ukuthi nisuspende i-payment le yalesikweletu engisilwayo kanye nani.
Oh, I see. So Talitha, here's some comments on Facebook here. Unathi and Kosnat, I'm going to take all of them. Pick one that you feel most comfortable with, ukuthi you want to address. Unathi and Kosnati, uthi mina, I still don't understand nothing about this tax money. I want to know why we pay it. Wena and millions of other people, wena putnatha baza abantu ukuthi le mali ehlala idonswa ubani futhi why kumele bayikhokhe. JJ uthi, and besides, we are paid far too less to be taxed. So now maybe Johnstone uzosixoxela ngama income tax bracket because we all know ukuthi they vary. I mean, we were complaining about it here because we are freelancers. So izinto ziyaverisha lapho. Usomeleze farmer uthi yena, last year I found the letter from SARS and ITA 34. What is that about? Let's start with Talitha. Talitha, what do you think about the people that still don't understand why they pay tax?
Well, I'm glad my SARS colleague is here because it's talking to him. He needs to do more education to educate taxpayers because those are the basic things that taxpayers should know. Because each and every person who starts working need to be educated as to what they need to pay, why it's important for them to pay as you earn, and how it is calculated. And because that is not within my mandate, I don't want to overstep my mandate because that is SARS.
No, certainly. I must remind Ababuk Bako ukuthi SARS exists for a higher purpose. The higher purpose here is to make sure ukuthi the state has got enough resources to be able to look after its citizens. All progressive democracies use tax systems. In fact, intela iba umphefumulo we-economy. Siney'nhlelo ey'ningi esifundisa ngazo ama-taxpayers. Kodwa-ke ukhumbule ukuthi i-tax i-grudge payment. Noma ungakhuluma kawu-10 ngayo, thatha isikhathi ukuthi abantu baqonde ngayo.
That's true.
So, ngizama ukuthi isikolo sibonayo siphakama, umgwaqo obonayo ulungiswa, isibhedlela osibonayo esivumela ukuthi umuntu nongenamali azongena kuso.
Efike nge-ambulance
efike nge-ambulance emlandile for free. Indlela uhulumeni azama ngayo ukuthi abadla izambane likapondo nabangenalutho bayakwazi ukuthola i-service.
All right.
Manje ke kubalekile ukuthi sik-emphasize ukuthi that's why we pay tax. Uyabuza omunye ukuthi isibhadari tax eningi.
Imake, but Johnson, I want to take this one after a break because it's a very interesting question. I'm sure a lot of people here in studio as well, they want a proper and clear answer to that. Mbugeli, let's take our final ad break. Yo, saze sahamba isikhathi, we're back. We're going to be wrapping up the show. And I might just take one caller on the line if you're lucky. 011-714-6918, 714-6919. Consumer at sabc.co.za. We're back shortly after this. It's our final segment. Still with Johnstone Makhubu from SARS, no Miss Talitha Muade from the Tax Ombudsman office. All right, let's take a quick call. Sis Agnes, all the way in Soweto. Sis Agnes, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, Nami, I'm no longer working there. I'm unemployed. So, but if I'm in pay my tax return, it was on the 10th. So man check ngathi bapay through medical aid abapatalanga lezi izinto like unit trust ngoba in a tax certificate and then in a investment yase bank. So I wanted to find out how do they calculate it.
Okay. All right, but Johnson, very quickly.
So uma ngabe senze auto assessment kuzokala ngathi case auto assessment. Uma ngabe sim auto assessile kwaba khona information esingabanga nayo anayo yena yilo ozodinga ukuthi bese efaka i-return after i-auto assessment njengoba bese ngichazile within lo 40 days ebekade enawo. So akusho ukuthi uma ngabe sik-auto assessile i-information yethu besikade sinayo ingaphelele kunama reasons onawo ne-information onayo ungakwazi ukuthi uphinde ufile i-return yakho ezokwazi ukuthi igcwalise le information onayo thina singenayo. So i-auto assessment mangabe ukuthi usisi ubekade enziwe i-auto assessment kune information athi mayibheka lapha kwi-ITA 34 i-assessment khona obebuzela ukuthi
yebo kade buza yes
i-assessment kune return bese kuba ne-assessment esho ukuthi sesik-assessile nayi imphumela yoku-assessa kwakho. So usisi lo kusho ukuthi uthole i-auto assessment ITA 34 evela ku-auto assessment mayibheka ubona ukuthi kukhona okungekho kuleyo assessment. So uyakwazi ukuthi file enye return esho ukuthi cha kune information ekwi-code banibani eningenayo ngicela ukuthi niyibheke. So bese siyam auditor okanye sim verify uma ngabe sithola ukuthi konke ku right so bese siya consider the information kungenzeka bese siyamxhephezela lokho ku extra okumele simnqothezele khona.
Yo, izinto zenzi complicated, but Johnston. Sis Talitha, maybe just to wrap it up, I mean, what should South African, particularly taxpayers, know about whether they come to SARS or to your office? What are some of the most important things? How do you assist them? Are you open 24 hours? Can they do it digitally? Where do they find you?
We are on digital. They can go to our website.
Okay.
And www.taxombud.gov.za, and they can lodge complaints there. They can access us there, or they can send us an email at complaints@taxombud.gov.za, or they can phone us on our toll-free number, which is 08600 662 837. Or they can walk into our mainland office, which is at 87 Freke de Beer Street, Mainland Corner in Pretoria, and we will be able to assist them.
All right. How much do you charge these people that come to your offices?
It's for free, and let me tell you, it's for everyone. It can be a taxpayer, an individual taxpayer like you and I, or it can be a business. We also have complaints from multinationals.
Okay.
And it's all free.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Very quickly, but Johnston, income bracket. I've got 2 seconds, 20 seconds for you. The different income brackets, why abantu bechargewa more, bekhokhelwa less. Kwenzakalani?
So tax system is progressive. The more you get paid, the more you get taxed.
Okay.
So ama tax bracket to asset ngokuthi umholo wakho wona uzodecide ukuthi utaxwa ngakanani. So 87,300 rands below, you don't get taxed for the tax year that ended February 2022.
Okay.
Below that, you don't get taxed.
Okay.
Above that, as you progress towards $1 million, the rate goes up to 45%.
All right.
So the more you get paid,
Eish.
the more you have to pay and contribute to taxes, like it is nakwamanye amazwe.
Okay. All
Omhlaba.
right. Okay, ngiyabonga with those scary news. What a sad note to ukuthi siphathe kuyona mbukeli. The more you earn, the more you're going to get taxed. Ngebhadi bakwethu. We've come to the end of our program. Thank you so much for your contributions this afternoon. You guys were lively. Remember to catch the repeat. Ama details, ama guests ethu namhlanje azobe khona. I still want SARS to come back bazokhuluma about the educational drives and ukuthi banifundisa kanjani nina nama taxpayers ukuthi nizokwazi ukuthi we don't ever have to sit like this sikhulume ngalama shows. Umajali unithanda nonke emakhaya. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Nawembukele ekhaya nisale kahle.